Hey, Charles.
Hey,
Hey,
Mel.
Charles. We're live,
Yes, sir.
Charles.
All right. Aloha, everyone. It's a
Aloha
beautiful.
Friday, everybody.
No, it's Aloha Thursday. Aloha
Is it
Thursday. Yep,
Thursday?
the 16th, brother. So it's uh it's
It's
one of those.
Aloha Thursday. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Thursday. All right.
Aloha Thursday. It's
Well,
Thirsty
let me get all
Thursday.
my stuff set up over here. I asked Sharon Cody, Sharon Woodward to come on tonight to make an announcement because um they have some monies available for rent and mortgage assistant and for child care custody that they just was awarded a grant. Women in Need just got awarded a grant. So I'm gonna ask her to come on and make the announcement. Cause what did I say? Child custody?
Yeah,
No, subsidy. Did I say custody? I
I
said
thought I heard.
subsidy.
I thought I heard custard pie, but I may be wrong.
Custody. Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna ask her to come on and make the announcement because I think it's I've been hearing a lot of stressed out parents, single moms, wondering about how they gonna kids and rent and mortgage. So I was very happy today when Sharon sent me over a message that this grant had been awarded. This is that's Kimberly Cummings now. Okay, well, I'm gonna wait till 7 o'clock because we want to get the best viewership out there because we want to get this word out because we hear a lot about COVID. We hear a lot about the gory stuff, and I really want to promote things that are positive, that are happening here, especially here on Kauai. So we're gonna bring them on. And again, remember, people, remember today is Town Hall Thursday. So whoever wants to come on, whoever, I'm putting the link right now in the message box. So if you guys want to come on and share a story, ask a question, and be part of the discussion tonight, just go ahead and click on that link and we'll get you in the waiting room and we'll bring you guys in. Um, okay, Sharon just said her Zoom account is under Kim Cummings. Okay, that's why. Anyway, so she must be watching us on Facebook Live. So hang tight. Sharon, we'll get you in as soon as we start off at 7 o'clock. Again, Town Hall Thursday. I know we're competing against the County Council Forum going on right now. There's a Big Island Mayor's Forum going on right now, and I believe there might be even a mayor's debate going on tonight. Is that 9 o'clock tonight? Okay, well, whatever time it is. So we got some competition, but we have to decide whether or not we're gonna go through with this and compete. But you know what? Um, yeah, we're not, it's not about competition. It's about providing an alternative, and this is it. So I want to thank all you guys for joining us tonight. Again, Town Hall Thursday. Everybody has an opportunity. A lot of things going on right now. A lot of things going on in the way of COVID. The Department of Education had their meeting with the Senate COVID committee. It was not pretty. It was not pretty at all. And we'll get more information on that later. But people are starting to stress out about sending their kids back to school. A lot of parents are they're on the fence. A lot of parents are saying we're not sending our kids. Some schools here on Kauai are not giving you an option of uh, um, a hybrid plan, and if you got to homeschool your kid. So that's a whole different set of problems for parents, especially single parents. So it's far from over. And I know somebody was saying, I saw a post today, and it makes sense if you think about it. It says throughout the country, governments have been releasing inmates from prison because they don't want the inmates to be subject to coronavirus. But at the same time, they're sending millions of kids back to school to sit in environments for 8 hours a day. And we know about the kids on the mainland. We know that kids are testing positive. You saw just recently, Charlie, I'm sure you saw this. Iolani High School football coach testing positive just came out this afternoon. So their
Well,
program is just shut down. 14 days, everybody quarantined. Unbelievable, unbelievable. This stuff, the Kona Hospital,
yeah.
more people testing positive. That's how clusters work. So, yeah, it's scary, and while trying to keep a positive mindset, you just it's so difficult because of all the things that are going on. We see the visitor arrivals today, and I want to talk about that a little bit. If you look at the HTA report, 0 arrivals to Kauai, zero residents, 0 visitors, 0 returning residents, 0 crew, 0, 0, 0, 0, donut for the whole day yesterday. Well, we know it's not true, right? We know it's not true. Yeah, we didn't have any direct flights come in because Delta only comes 3 nights a week now. But what they're not doing is they're not counting the people that are getting off in Honolulu and coming to Kauai. So that number is not accurate. And that is so frustrating to see that, and for them to keep putting out that report every day. You and we all know that the streets are starting to fill up with tourists. Whether or not they're on quarantine or they've been here for 14 days and completed their quarantine, there's no way of knowing by just looking at them. But it's hard to believe that yesterday, we didn't have any visitors or returning residents, for that matter, come to Kauai for the whole day. Anyway, any thoughts on that, Charlie? Before we bring
Well,
in,
what out of us two, I seem to be the complicated one, but yet I like to kind of preface everything from the get-go when I start to explain why I think the way I think. We're trying to stop this virus, right? So it's like a cut on your hand. You don't want the bacteria to get in the cut, so you put up a barrier, right? With this virus and how the state is handling, we are not putting up that band-aid to protect that infection from getting from it spreading. We're not protecting ourselves enough, and that's the simplest way I can put it. When we get one outbreak, however small or however big it is, we've got to find the origin, and we haven't been able to do that so far. We've just been finding out who's sick. The person who's sick tell us, yeah, I possibly got it from this person. Well, there's got to be a method to find out who the hell gave it to who, and keep on following until you can't follow it anymore. But we're not doing that. Now, am I wrong? I'm just saying, if you're going to wipe something out, you take it and you go all the way back and you try to find where the damn thing's there. And you try to find out if the thing was split right or left. We're not even doing that. All we're reporting is somebody got infected. That's all we're reporting. Nothing else. So that's what bothers me most of the time, because I want to get rid of this damn thing like anybody else. I want to get rid of it. But you can't get rid of it if you don't know where the hell the origin came from. And when you're on an island, it should be easier because everything is contained, right? It should be easier. That's what they say. Now, I'm not in their position, but I tell you what, if I were, I would have a lot of sleepless nights because, like with my company, for instance, if there's a burglar at one of our accounts, I don't rest easy because I need to know how the hell was the perimeter breached? How the hell was a place burglarized? How they got in, how they got out, how they know to stay away from the camera view of all the security cameras we got. Those kind of stuff tells me, okay, is it an inside job or not? You keep on asking the hard questions and you work it. You work it until you can't work it anymore. And that is the frustrating part for me.
well, again, I think the Hawaii Kapu quarantine breakers. They're
Mhm.
working. They're working real closely with the Department of Health, and trying to get some activities going that gonna make us safer. We try our best. I did post a proposed plan today on Facebook that I
That's
think we need to
good.
do. You see,
That
the
was good.
problem we're having right now, and I know someone posted that he went through five desks, or she went through five desks, got everything, and she's been checked three times since she's been back home. And I applaud that. I know Kauai has the best system in the state, simply because our county, our mayor and his administration has put county people down at the airport to do an extra layer of checks. The problem is that they're not psychic. They cannot. If these people are coming across with an inner island boarding pass and they're not truthful, and I can honestly tell you, I'll tell you this, Charlie, right now. I had a call this morning. I got information this morning that two roommates came back from Arizona to Kauai, stopped in Honolulu, came to Kauai. Two roommates walking through, one National Guard guy stops him and says, "Hey, where you just came from?" The guy says, "I just came from Honolulu." "Okay, you're good." Boop. His roommate, the guy says, "Let me see your boarding pass. Let me see your ID." "Oh, you came from Arizona. You go down that line." You see, so that is what's happening. Now, that is what's happening. So you're having people come through the line not being processed properly. You cannot take these people's word. You got to verify through their boarding pass. You got to verify through an itinerary. That is the puka right now. That is the loophole right now. So yes, they're coming through, and if they're not honest, they're getting their green card. They're going across the street. They're renting a car, and they're on the street. That's why you're seeing them. And that, if this state is serious about protecting our people, and I'm not talking about when we open up, I'm talking about right now, because we have 4, 5, 600 of them coming in a day. I'm not talking, I mean, we definitely got to have it in place before they open up for tourism. But I mean, I'm talking about right now. Right now. And I'll post up my plan in a little bit, but I'm going to bring in Kimberly right now. I'm not Kimberly, I'm sorry, Sharon right now. And we have Sonia. Hang on, Sonia. Hang tight. Hey, Sharon. Can you
Right,
hear us?
Yeah,
right now.
I think I'm on delay with
And
on Facebook.
yes, you're gonna be a
Yeah.
little bit delayed on Facebook. You're gonna have about a 20-second or so delay, but no problem. We got you live on
Okay.
Zoom.
Can you see me okay, or is it too dark?
No, we can see you
Good.
okay. I hear you get some really, 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 really good news for us.
I have some really exciting news for our county. So
First of all, introduce yourself. Introduce yourself.
okay, my name is Sharon Graham, and I work for Women in Need. I'm their housing director. So we just got awarded a grant from the Kupa'a Kauai CARES Act grant funds, and it's to help families who struggle with COVID, who was affected by the COVID, to pay for rent, to pay for mortgage, and to pay for childcare subsidy. So people that are just now starting to return back to work, if you ever suffered a loss like that, reduction in work hours, layoff, furloughs, whatever, give us a call. We can help you pay your rent. We can help you pay your mortgage. If you're struggling to pay childcare, we can help you pay childcare. So you can reach us at 245-1996.
Hang on, I'm posting it right now. Charlie's amazing with the graphical. He got graphical talent that he does it electronically. He puts the number on the screen. It's amazing. So it's 245-1996, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just posting it in our it says Kimberly Cummings on her
Yeah.
screen. Yeah, that's her account.
Yeah.
Good. That's in Kimberly Cardwell. What a catch, girl. You figured it out. The crime. She's using Kimberly's account.
Kimberly, what is the name of your organization?
Sharon. My name is Sharon.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We work for the same agency. It's called Women in Need.
Okay.
So you just call us and we'll take the information from you and we'll tell you whether or not you qualify, or we'll tell you what you need to bring us the documents. And it's a really easy process and we can help you. And we want you to call us. We want to reach as much people as we can. And so we can start back from March 1st. So even if you're back to work now, we can help you from back to March 1st.
That is awesome news. People, you heard that all the way back to March 1st. There's the number on the screen. Write it down. 245-1996. Women in need. They're there to help. So if you have any questions, 245-1996, give them a call tomorrow.
And there's a
And
press
ask-
release being up tomorrow, so it'll be in the newspaper. We're hoping to reach as much people as we can.
But you got it first on Mel and Charlie's show.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you,
Oh,
Sharon.
right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Appreciate-
having me on and letting me share the good news. I appreciate it.
We're gonna share it throughout the night. So thank you very much. I'll probably see you tomorrow. I got a meeting over there at 11:30.
Yeah.
So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Mel, Mel,
Yeah.
before she leaves,
Yes.
what else does her organization provide? What Sharon,
Well,
what
we
else?
provide like substance abuse classes, domestic violence treatment. You know, they provide a whole slew of things. We provide case management. We're starting to do outreach to the homeless, you know, whatever, you know.
Okay. And
Yes,
you
all
and
around.
you're located where?
On Ilua Street, 3136 Ilua Street.
Okay, gotcha.
So, you know, they've expanded their substance abuse. Before they used to only do substance abuse and limited homeless. They've expanded by adding a whole housing component to it.
Oh, terrific.
Yeah.
Terrific. Outstanding.
And I gotta tell you, they get the best person for
Thank
housing.
you.
I gotta tell you that. Sharon was working for the county for awesome person, good person, big heart. And I didn't know you were there at Win, so I'm happy, and I'll see you tomorrow. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, Sharon, when you were at the county, were you going by Kimberly or you going by Sharon?
I was going by Sharon. Only at Win I go by Kimberly.
Right on.
Charles. You see what I gotta put up with, Sharon? All righty.
Yeah, very
Thank
good.
you.
Very good.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so-
We'll talk to you later. Have
Yes,
a good
thank
night.
you.
Stay safe. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that's good news, brother. That's good news.
That is fantastic news. You know, Kimberly Cummings, and I'll share this because she shares it. But you know, Kimberly Cummings was a drug addict.
Mhm.
She was a drug addict. She had her run-ins with the law. She went through drug court, graduated from drug court, got her certifications to be a substance abuse counselor. Went
Wow.
back in the field to go help the women and men recover from drug abuse. It's an amazing person, a wonderful husband. And now she runs Win. How is that? You talk about a good story and
A
they do
win-win
so-
situation.
Win-win. Hey, new shirt, win-win situation.
Yep. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Well, we did have you're looking for single. Oh, Kirk is on. Kirk, we need a new shirt, Kirk, by the way. We need a new shirt. Let's get some hey viewers, why don't you punch in some quotes that you might want to see on a shirt, like share aloha, not COVID, or Shishi girl. Somebody said we got the doodoo boy, we need a Shishi girl shirt. Patsy says no. I know a few.
But, you know, that link up, I think if you try to press your link from this platform, from Facebook, it says it doesn't support it. Do they have to go out onto their browser to come on the Zoom link?
Oh, I don't know. I never
Yeah, 'cause
tried that.
Because I hit the link right on here, you know, the comment section.
Yeah.
It said it's not supported by this platform.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, then you're gonna have to copy and paste them and stuck them in your browser, in your regular browser. And then it'll probably, for some people, it'll download the Zoom app, and it's free, it's safe. No shishi girl. uh, oh God. So anyway, hey, you guys, click on that link, the link that doesn't work. What you need to do apparently is copy this link and put it in your browser. So you're gonna have to leave Facebook for a little bit to get on Zoom. But if you want to get on, I know you guys all have a lot to say when you're texting. Hey, no be like that. Hey, no be like that. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Keep your COVID to yourself. Wear a mask. Hey, see all of those, Kirk. Check it out, Kirk. 'Cause we need another shirt, man. We need another shirt. Look at this. I'm so proud of my Kawhi Strong shirt. Was that?
You know, I had a message from one of my Facebook friends. She's a nurse in Texas, and she said, "Man, it's really bad." But she kind of gave me some insights of what they're practicing amongst themselves to try to keep the virus off of them. A lot of them they're using like saline solutions. They're using airborne. They're using a lot of airborne. Like the ones people take to build up their immune system before they go on the plane, right? They said that's been working tremendously. They wear multi layers of masks, and what they've done is they've actually taken alcohol and put them in squirt bottles. And actually, when they start to take their clothing off, they're actually squirting themselves down. So a really good question came into play the other day, and that is, if we're wearing a mask and we take it off, can we throw it in a rubbish can? Sure, because unless you're known in a known area and you guarantee you get the thing, then I'll tell you, put your mask in a biohazard container. But up until that point, it's just for your own protection. And like anything else, gang, it's a tough call to make because number one, you can't see COVID. The only time you're gonna see COVID, it's when it's affecting you. You're gonna get that fever, you're gonna get that dry cough, you're gonna get that difficulty breathing, you're gonna have that nausea, you're gonna get that diarrhea, you're gonna have all the symptoms that's gonna point towards COVID. But until that time, you're gonna be asymptomatic like anybody else who's carrying it. And the story that just broke, stepson, parents, stepfather and mother told him, don't go out with your friends. Went out, got COVID, brought it back home, gave it to the stepdad. Dad's fighting for his life right now. The turn of events can be so fast. And, did it have to be that way? Probably not. But, the boy just wanted to be with his friends. He wanted that social time, not knowing how dangerous it was going to be. And unfortunately, bingo.
Well, you saw the story of George Ma from Oahu, personal trainer, athlete, healthy, young. And if you haven't, go to my page and go watch his videos. He posts a video not for sympathy. He didn't do it for sympathy. He did it to show everyone what this disease does to young, healthy people. Because you always hear about only a small percentage of people die and blah blah blah. You watch that video, it'll change your perspective. Let me tell you, it'll change your perspective. I actually could not watch the whole video. I had to stop him because when I saw him struggling to breathe, I see my son in him because they're about the same age. They do the same thing. They're about the same build. And I just cannot imagine my son in that situation. So I couldn't watch the whole video. I couldn't watch the whole video. Okay, we have an iPad waiting. Okay, here we go. This is like Christmas. You open your present with no more name. You don't know who that is, but we're gonna find out right now. Maybe it's David Ige. Good morning.
No, she's connecting to audio.
Connecting to
Oh,
audio.
no, she's not. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? No. She got to connect. Well, I'm going to write down. Just keep her on the line.
All right. Can you hear us? I don't think she can even hear us. Let me see what's up here. Let me check these. Oh, it's her first time. I can read lips. You gotta put up the unmute.
No. When she came on, she got to try connect to the audio. But you know how it asks you if you like go internet dialer or you like dial on your own? She tried to dial on her own. She got to go dial over the internet.
Do I hit join with video now or wait for you? No. Oh, is it? Yeah, you can, no, you can join with video. Join with video.
No, she's on the video, but the second
No,
phase is. Oh.
I'm answering somebody else.
Oh.
All right. Okay. You're gonna have to exit and come back on. Can you? Yeah. You have an audio button. I cannot even. Okay, I guess if you can hear me, or Charlie, you're writing this, you're gonna have to exit and come back on. Yeah. Okay, and we'll bring on Belinda. There's Belinda. Belinda is connecting to audio. And we should have her on right about, did not connect to audio.
Yeah.
You gotta connect to audio.
Belinda? No, they're connecting on the second one. They're connecting using they got to connect over the internet.
Okay. Okay, you're gonna have to put your sign up again, Charles.
Oh, there she's
Can you
on.
hear me?
She's on.
There
Yeah.
we go. There we go. There we go.
Connecting on the second one. Okay, if you're using
You can turn down the volume on your Facebook Live, whatever
Oh, okay,
device.
sorry.
You have. Yeah. No, no problem.
I'll turn
no
it off.
problem. No, you
Okay.
can leave 'em on. Just turn the volume.
when you connected on the volume, when you connected first, it asked you to join the video, right?
Yes.
And then the second one, it gave you two options: join over the internet, or you
Yes.
join. And you pressed the second one the first time, right?
I did the second one the first time.
Yeah, that's if you're on your phone. But when you're with us, that's the one you go on the internet. That's why
Internet.
we can.
Okay.
Perfect.
But we got you on, Belinda. What's happening, girl? Talk to
Okay.
us.
So
Talk to us.
I kind of have a statement, but first of all, I wanted to say to both you and Uncle Charlie, thank you guys very much. And I know the scared mail that you had a couple of scares recently, and my condolences to Uncle Charlie for the loss of his brother.
Thank you, sweet.
Yes, but with that said, I kind of have a statement. I'm a 58-year-old, now the world knows, mother of 3 and grandmother of 4. I'm worried. I'm so very worried because I work in a pretty busy resort and I am front lines in this resort. We run a good 80% occupancy all year round. And my employer is doing their best, to get us ready. So we're not quite open yet, but we have new guidelines, we have PPE equipment, all on standby, right, for when we're opening and for training. However, that said, I expect my county and state officials to do their part in order for me and those like me to feel safe. We must implement a 2-test system with either a 4, I'm not an expert, whatever the experts say, a 4 to 6 day quarantine included for any inbound travelers. I implore our state and county officials and the government to do something for those. There's a lot like me who are in the upper age group with underlying health issues and who work in the front line. And even with the new guidelines, I'll be testing employees when they walk in, with fever tests. And when I'm looking at guidelines, it's okay if your employer employee has fever, you're going to send them home. But at that point, I've already made contact with that employee. I don't get sent home. So what's going to happen? Do I just sit and wait to see if I get symptoms? What I could have caught it even with my mask on. I mean, there's so much questions. There's so much things out there that it's scary. It's so scary for us who work in the resort industry and hotel industry or any frontline people who are on the front lines. And that's just kind of my statement to, because I know thousands watch this after, and I implore our leaders to please do more to make us feel safe. That's
Thank you,
all.
Belinda. Thank you. I can tell you that many people share that perspective. I think more people do than don't, and I agree. And that's what we try to do with this show. We try to, get that message across to decision makers. And I hope and I pray that at some point they do their job. What I'm hearing, and I just heard the Lieutenant Governor again for the second morning in a row say that he's tired of hearing excuses from the Department of Health. Tired of hearing excuses from the Department of Education. Tired of hearing excuses about why we cannot do stuff. No, it's time to start focusing on what we can do and make it happen, because people's lives are at stake. I appreciate you coming forward. I know it's not easy to come out and talk to. In fact, tomorrow Governor Ige will be watching this and he'll see you, so he may even give you a call.
Oh, good. And I saw your proposal. I'm going to read it. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
All
guys.
righty. Thank you.
Well, before you go, he left.
Oh, sorry. I get the sorry, Charlie. Wasn't that like the tuna?
The tuna commercial.
Tuna the kanya?
Yeah.
Oh, wrong one. I got the wrong. Okay, well, she's back. Okay,
Yeah,
now that wasn't me.
Yeah, she left the meeting. But for the viewers out there, what she was talking about is so indicative of the frustration that a lot of people want our elected officials to hear, because it's true. And sometimes you got to draw one simple picture, and even at that, you kind of wonder, gee, the thing fall on deaf ears. I look at it as this: you can go to a zoo to see a wild animal. You're safe because a zoo takes precautions to keep that wild animal away from you. Or you can elect to take a trip to any place that has wild animals because you want to be in the real time, in that reserve with the real animal. The only difference is you don't have that protection. That's it. So if you meet one lion head on and you don't have the protection, you're going to understand what's going to happen. There's a likelihood you're going to get attacked. And that's the same thing with, putting on the mask, creating that distance, washing up whenever you can. You've got to create that distance, because if not, you're going to be like that hunter that's going to be hunted. Plain and simple. I don't know how else to put it.
All right, we'll try it again.
Okay, connecting, yeah. So connecting audio.
There we go. She's on. She's on.
Perfect. Got you.
I like your shirt. Before you get started, I like your shirt.
Oh yeah, I gotta dress the part, huh?
Is that Angie?
Oh yeah, it's me.
Hi, Angie.
Oh my God. I'm almost afraid. I'm almost afraid to continue this discussion.
This is
Okay,
Angie
you can
Mello.
lock me, I can get out. Hey,
How you doing? How you doing, sister?
Huh?
How you doing, sister?
I'm doing good. Just just trying to stay home. And you know that Carmina Kids is right down the road, about 3 minutes drive from me, that school. St. Timothy's. Plus, I live near the Pearl Ridge Mall and shopping area, so it's kind of dangerous. I'm kind of scared, actually. I don't know, there's so much people around here, so I'm just being careful, okay? But without taking anybody's much time, I do have concern. In fact, I got concerns, but if you can like give me the 5-minute poster,
No worry, I get mine a kind. I get
you get.
yeah, I get look, 2 minute, 1 minute,
Okay,
and
okay,
then I
okay.
get
Now you took out, hey, you just took 3 minutes out of my time, Mel.
that is for our candidate
Okay,
forum. We do
anyway,
candidate forum, so
hey,
go
hey,
ahead,
hey,
sister.
I'm gonna get serious now, okay?
Yes.
I mean, talking about, the kids
Okay,
going
when
back to
you see
school.
this, that mean you're running out of time. You see, hurry up.
Hey, Charlie, I gotta meet you guys in person. I'm from Waimea Mill Camp.
That's
And
right.
oh yeah, I'm from the hood, and I know Raylene, she's watching. It's like, come on, Raylene, come on. I know Jano's
Mel.
key.
Mel,
What?
this is one Unciano, Mel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Unciano.
Oh, I can't,
Jazz
okay.
is my cousin. Oh, I better not say. Yeah,
Too
I do
late.
have people in the police department. Okay, but anyway, I retired from the feds 20 years. Well, I worked for the feds 20 years, retired age 50. And then I went into the Department of Education for 13 years. And I got hired by, I think people know her, Mrs. Alawag. She was married to Albert Alawag in Kekaha. I think that's how I got hired, because a lot of Kauai people working at the school. And the school is Webbling Elementary here in Aiea. But anyway, yeah, I worked at the school for 13 years. And I did 2 years with preschool. And then 9 years with grades 4 to 6. And I found out that teachers have a very difficult job. They really do, And you think that because they have 3 months off in the summer, that's not enough time for prepare, as far as I'm concerned. Because me as a helper in the room, we cannot bust a collie, okay? Or should I say crack a collie? But anyway, so what I'm saying is that it's going to be really difficult for the kids to go back to school and to be safe. They got to go on a smaller scale, I think, Even if they won't get the full, they cannot expect an 8-hour day at school. That's nuts. Those people are only thinking about babysitting. Teachers teach, they don't babysit, okay? So if they go on a smaller scale, okay, even if it's not going to be the same, at least, give them some, the teachers can probably make a lesson plan, some kind of work plan that they can do at home, or even have, if you go on a smaller scale, use all the student teachers to tutor or have, small groups. And then the thing is, I wouldn't let my own kid go to school now. And then to me, when it's safe, and that's going to be safe when the vaccine comes out. Okay. So that's the only way I'll feel safe, unless they introduce something that's going to be safe, that I'm going to feel safe send my kid to school. I don't have kids anymore, but I worked for the school for 13 years. And it's not easy, because the kids, they're going to have to interact. In no way they're not interacting. They need that. They need that. So what I'm saying also is that when it's safe and the vaccine comes out, that's safe. In the meantime, like the vacations, Christmas, spring break, use that to make up for the loss that they didn't learn in the future. Okay. But that's my take. I mean, hey, you know what? Give the kids something, even if it's a little bit, at least it's something that they're gonna learn, and then when they come back, you can review whichever how they choose to do. That's my take, You get question, child. You're looking at me.
No, what do you think about they talked about a hybrid system at first, which I don't think it came out. But say for instance, like the older kids, what do you think about distant learning? Letting them learn, getting on the computer, learning, but yet certain classes they gotta come to the campus. There's no doubt about it, especially for testing. What do you
Yeah.
think about what do you think about that kind of learning to help to prevent
I
any?
think that's a good idea because the older kids are more savvy, you know, they're more savvy and they're more responsible and they know when and, you know, so I think that's great. I think that's good. At least they're not losing anything. That's my take. You know, they gotta learn somewhere. You don't let them lose anything, especially now, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, my second thing. Hey, what? I get time. I
Go
get
ahead, go
time.
ahead,
Oh,
go ahead,
my
go
time
ahead,
out.
go ahead. No, your time not up. When Charlie put up the sign, your time up.
You know, like what I've observed over here at when I go eat at the Navy Exchange and at the food court, and they got a lot of tables, yeah. So a lot of the people that work there, they gotta wipe the tables. Okay, they gotta clean the tables, you know, full speed ahead. What I noticed that they had this lemonade card on the table. Red for it says it's being used, so you gotta wipe. Green means it was already clean, so you can go ahead and use it. So I just want to say, that give that tip. If nobody used it, you know, I mean, you can use it anywhere, especially in a public area, in a restaurant, you know, or food court. In my
Yeah.
case, it's a food court.
That's what it's
Hear me
gonna
out.
take.
You
I
looking
mean,
at me? What else?
that's brilliant. I mean, you know, something like that, as simple as a laminated placard, so that people know that it's ready to use or not. You know, again, I think that's what it's gonna come down to, though, for all of us. Is if you're individual, like each of us, we do what we gotta do to keep ourselves safe. If you're a business owner or a manager, you do what you gotta do to make sure your
Yeah. Like
establishment is safe.
like the Navy Exchange or food court. They got a lot of tables, right? So I was sitting there and I saw this and I saw these people leave and then they flipped this card. So I wanted to know what the heck that was, what it said, because where I was sitting, it didn't have it. So I went to look at the card. It said, you know, used, clean. And if it's green, it's been cleaned. That's what it's saying. Ready for
Well,
use. And
back in the day when you remember when Bubba Gump Shrimp first came to Hawaii,
yeah.
they had the system of using the red or green.
Oh
like
yeah,
when
yeah.
they-
Run, Forest, run. Oh yeah, yeah.
So if you wanted service, you put them on the
Yeah.
green. They come back to you. If you don't like them,
Right.
stop at your table to bother you. You turn them to the red until such time you wanted more service. So I
Yeah,
think what
same-
you're saying,
Same idea. Yeah, same idea. But you know, for people, it's very simple when you're at a food court.
okay.
Okay, but I'm gonna save my next one for the next show.
Right on.
No.
Okay.
Here,
So,
I made this just for you, Angie. Here, take your
What?
time, but hurry up.
anyway, hey, you know what? Thanks, you guys. I appreciate it. I've never been involved in something like this ever. Never. Politics or whatever. But when I accidentally ran into your show on Facebook, I got hooked ever since. So
Yeah,
I've been even though I live on Oahu, you know, the ideas, you know, but living over here, I gotta tell you, man, it's our leadership is okolipuka. No, I want to say something else, but I'm telling you. So, but anyway, I just want to share those ideas. In the next show, I might need more time. Okay.
Raja.
But you know what?
Okay.
I got on this show learning by YouTube, and it was simple.
Yeah. Well, we still learning too.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, YouTube is the best. YouTube, because when I was born, I never know I was part of test tube. Back then, never had YouTube.
but hey, but anyway, thank you for having me on, and I appreciate you guys. I really do, and I hope one day we can meet in person. I could bring you guys Manapuala or something, yeah?
Yeah, there you go.
That'll work.
Hey,
There you go.
That'll work.
okay,
you.
thank
Okay,
you.
aloha. We'll
Aloha.
talk to you later.
Yeah,
Take care.
bye.
Oh
Angie
boy.
Pontiano.
Yeah. That's a Spock blog, that boy.
Yeah.
Kid,
So you
okay,
see,
all right.
folks, you got people coming on first time doing something like this. It's not hard, but you know what some may think might not be important. It's important. I mean, she came up with some good ideas. Never thought of it. Colored placards, you know, seeing that, maybe sharing it. Maybe there are some businesses that's watching us tonight. Hey, use the placard system. You got the placard system right now to see if you're whether you can sell your services. You go on one and you better clean up your services, or you shut down your services with unread. You got placard system now, but not why not make it for the table so people that coming in when they're gonna sit on your table, whether the table is clean or not, by a placard system. That should be good.
There's a lot of good ideas. That's what you wonder, like, I don't get it. Why we haven't really moved much in 4 months. We haven't really moved much as a state.
Yeah.
You know, we were, there's a lot of knee-jerk reaction. There's a lot of, you know, now we're seeing it firsthand. If you didn't watch the DOE meeting or the Senate COVID committee meeting today with the DOE, I mean, Favela, Senator Favela really called him out. And, you know, he comes from the Eva Beach side. He comes from an area that is low income. And they have this amazing plan for students. And as Favela said, it's good in a perfect world. It's good in a perfect world, but we're not living in a perfect world. Our kids poor. Our kids in my district poor. They don't own computers. Not everybody get backpacks. And he just went on and he brought it home for so many people. And that's what I got out of that, was that the state, these people, they get these high level people that maybe a lot of them never did have to struggle in life. Maybe growing up, they never had a rough time. And they think everything is, if you need something, just go to the store and buy. You know, hand sanitizer. You go to the store. Kurt Favela is saying it's so hard to find, and when you find them, it's so expensive now. Yeah, if you make 150, 200 grand a year, you can. But if you're not working, where you gonna get the money for buy hand sanitizer for your 5 kids or your 4 kids? And that was Favela's point, was you guys are talking like it's a perfect world, but we're not in a perfect world. And the state wasn't prepared for that exchange, and it made me even less comfortable if I had a kid to send them to school. And I'm not sure what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do. But that's just one area. I think for me, the stickler is still the quarantine issue, making sure we identify the people that are subject to quarantine. You know, today I didn't realize this was happening, but I knew that it could have been a loophole. I didn't realize it was being used, but someone posted that what the B&B owners, TVR owners, they're illegal, right? They're illegal. But to be a TVR, it's anything that on Kauai, it's anything that is rented out for less than 180 days or 6 months. What these clowns are doing, and I'm going to call them, and if you guys on the show watching, because I know we get some TVR owners, I know we get real estate people, I know we get people that work for these companies, but I'm going to call it like I see it. And I just found out about this today, so this is a new mission that I am embarking on, because I'm going to find you guys and I'm going to make you all famous by posting your faces on Facebook. And I mean that with all my heart. So what these guys are doing, Charlie, they're creating a 6-month lease. In other words, Charlie, you from New York, hey, whatever rental company.
Just to get past that first layer.
Yes. So now it's not a vacation rental. Now it's not a bed and breakfast. It's a long-term rental, so you don't come under the ban. Now, Charlie, you come, you stay for your 1 week or your 2 weeks, and then we canceled a 6-month lease agreement. That's bullshit. And let me just say this. I'm going to hunt you down. In fact, Charlie, I know I didn't talk to Charlie about this because this is kind of, I did talk to Sarah Blaine from the mayor's office. They have a request into the governor's office right now. You know, I got to say, our county, our mayor, our team over there is very proactive. They found out, they already knew about it when I had contacted Sarah. She already knew about it. They're working on it with a new declaration, a proclamation that needs the governor's approval. But I'm going to find you guys and I'm going to put your pictures on Facebook. I'm going to put the picture of your house on Facebook. I'm sick and tired of you guys trying to circumvent the dam system to accommodate the tourists. You know, you're going to make, you guys do this, you just pissing people off for a buck. Stop it. And if you know of people that are doing this, stop it. You're not helping nobody except the realtor or the homeowner or whatever. You're not helping the community. So I have made this my mission. I'm going to track you down and I'm going to make you famous. I will make you famous. Sorry, Charlie, I just had to vent, but that loophole has to be closed and Derek is working on it. The governor, I'm sure the governor will approve it. And that's going to make that illegal. But my point is this. We get so many people, greedy people, that are willing to circumvent health requirements, health restrictions for make money, knowing that we get thousands of people on the mainland dying with COVID, and coming from those hot areas, they want to come here. We're a month or two away from opening up the visitors, but we're still getting 400, 500, 600. What are the chances these guys coming off the plane? You see them on the streets. How many of those guys you think actually have been here for more than 14 days? They're getting through. They're getting through.
Somebody just posted Marianne Manintin. She was on a plane today. And she just posted that she heard the people behind her talking about, oh, we don't need to do anything because the rental car gonna be waiting at the airport with the keys in the car. You know, it's stuff like that. My suggestion would be, you know, those checkpoints, the rental car come through, you gotta show them the rental car contract. You gotta show them the registration papers. You gotta show them all of that. If that is minus the two, the car doesn't get past the checkpoint until the people who are sitting in their car can produce or call a representative of that company to come down and verify. Then and only then, that's when the action will start. Because you're going to tell them, hey, you're having a car waiting over here. It didn't go through the proper process. So how did they complete the transaction, right? That's when you got to be savvy as an investigator. You ask them, what did they do? Did they run credit cards? Did you do it prior to coming here? Was this all prepaid? Where is the contract that's for this individual? If you're telling me that you folks are renting to the individual, isn't the mandate still in place that's illegal to rent cars to quarantine individuals? That's my understanding. So sometimes you got to push the envelope. Now, I understand some people are going to be inconvenienced. There's a choice between inconvenience and safety. I always err on the side of safety, right? That's why they tell you, hey, when you go and visit one fireworks store, trying to walk in with a lit cigarette. Why? The chances are pretty damn good you're going to blow up in a damn store, right? So all we're saying is err on the side of caution. So I think we got to start doing that. Because weren't you supposed to do your check this morning? Of course, you had a little bout with the vertigo, but would it have been good to find out to see those cars line up against the fence?
Well,
Would have been
I can tell you that that's going to happen tomorrow. Yeah, today I had a little bit dizzy spell in the morning, some vertigo. Somebody put the Kubrant, I think, on me, but hey, no worry. I'm up and at 'em. Tomorrow we're back. Yeah, so don't be surprised you see your cars on Facebook as well. you know,
Yep.
the rental car companies, the Budgets, the Avis, the Hertz, Alamo, all of these companies are following the rules. They're following the rules. It's these two rows, it's these side gig people that are putting their cars up and are doing it. See, but again, if I'm gonna put this up because if we had a better control of our visitors when they come in, then they're not gonna make it to the parking lot to go pick up their car. Hey, by the way, if we get any car thieves watching, or if you guys know of any car thieves, some of them have stepped up and put lock boxes outside on the window with combinations, but not all. Somewhere on that car is a key. So if you happen to find a car and a key under the fender with the magnet box or maybe under the floor mat, and if you're already a thief, I'm not encouraging non-thieves to do it, but if you're already a thief, hey, I'm not going to say anything else. But anyway, if we stop the supposed quarantine passenger from making it across the street to go get that damn rental car, then there's no issue. There's no issue. What's happening is the people are sneaking through. Now,
Well, let me
Go ahead.
say this real fast, Mel. For those who are watching, if you're upset like Mel and like myself, we have different ways of showing how upset we are. But if you're upset like us and you want all of this to stop, you can do your part by helping us find these knuckleheads so we can put a stop to it. Because as long as this kind of stuff is going to happen, we are going to have to be semi-locked down with what we're doing right now. Okay? Because as long as all of these things are happening, now, this also goes not only for our visitors, this also goes for our residents who don't want to follow the rules. You're only making it harder for us. We're trying to stop the spread now. I'm going to say this. Kauai, you're doing great. Kauai is doing great. Honolulu, if you're watching, you guys catching cracks left and right. You guys got to put a stop whatever you can. That's all I'm going to say.
like I said, I think Kauai, we got the best system in the state. But again, no, you think your actions is right, is letting people know it's okay to do violence. I never even suggest violence, Kimo. I don't know where you got that from. But anyway, we still get people sneaking through. And I gentlemen, I talked about this already, you know, two people coming through, two roommates. One guy says, where you came from, Honolulu? Because he connected from Honolulu. He gets let to go free. His roommate told him, I came from Arizona. Oh, brother, you're on quarantine. So it's not consistent. And so this, I put this together. I've been thinking about this for quite a while, but I put this together. Took me probably about an hour to do everything and delete and erase and reword and all of that. But the problem is identifying which passenger is subject to quarantine. And that has to be done at the airport. And to me, it should be the responsibility of the state, not the counties. The state is an airport, the airport is a state facility. It should either be a state or a federal, like TSA, responsibility. But that passenger has to be, you got to determine if he's first of all, if he's an inter-island passenger, a legitimate inter-island passenger, somebody flying from Honolulu to Kauai, and not a connecting passenger, he gets a green card. He gets, whether I agree or disagree, that's the law. He gets a green card. He gets to go without quarantine. But if he is a Trans-Pacific passenger, and I'm not going to go through this whole thing, I'm just saying, once you become a Trans-Pacific, you get a yellow card. So you come off of a mainline airplane, you get a yellow card. That yellow card stays with you until you get to your checkpoint to get out of the airport. So if you get off at the Honolulu airport, then you're not connecting, they do their trip. And I'm talking about verifying your accommodations by shuttling your butt to your hotel. or your supposedly legal accommodation. Now, this is where you're gonna catch the illegal TVRs, the punks that are out there making 6-month contracts and canceling them after 1 week or 2 weeks. This is how you're gonna catch them. You're gonna shuttle them, you know, that's how it's gonna come with a cost, but you gotta pay for it. You got your CARES money, use the CARES money. If it's a hotel, you just call the front desk and confirm through ID. You'll be able to confirm them. And again, if the address is, if you shuttle them to an address and it's illegal, it's an illegal TVR, you arrest them on the spot and you arrest the owner of the house. You go back and get the owner and arrest the owner or the person that made the reservation. And you do that at the Honolulu checkpoint. If you're connecting, that yellow card's got to come through with you on your connecting flight. You get off at the Kauai airport or the Maui airport, whatever, same process. But you need a yellow card. If you don't have a yellow card or you don't have a green card, guess what? You go into the special boy room where now they're going to do one specific confirmation of where the heck you came from. The only way we're going to get that is the airlines can provide the manifest of the passengers on that flight. Not this honor system crap, not this boarding pass crap. These guys are getting around that by using the Honolulu to Lihue boarding pass on a Hawaiian Airlines flight, and they're walking right through, even though they just came from Arizona or Texas or New York or California, all the hot spots.
Folks,
Go ahead,
folks,
Charlie.
what's happening now, and I'm just looking at some of the comments, just so we got an understanding on this. All the reported cases of infection rates that's been spiking has been already on the ground. It doesn't appear to be anything travel related that came in. It's already on the ground. Okay. What Mel is talking about is really, if you think about it, it's happening now on a smaller scale. But when we start to open to Trans-Pacific flights coming in, it's going to ramp up exponentially 2-3 times the fold that we're getting now. So if 1,700 arrival a day, it's going to ramp up to about 6,000 to 7,000. That's why we're arguing the point of getting something in place so we can meet it head on properly without having to scramble, because we've heard it before. This is something we've never experienced before. I get it. That's why we're scrambling. But we've been into this for several months now. I think we would have learned our lesson to get ourselves ready, because why? We've shut down the air travel to a manageable range. And now we're going to open it back up. When we open it back up, we have to have our ducks in a row to take care of the problem. That will be, it's already foreseen already. There's no doubt about it. And I think that's what Mel is trying to explain to some of our viewers here, that we're going to ramp up really quick. And we cannot be playing catch up at that point. We cannot.
I know a lot of people are saying, you know what, our disease not coming from the visitors, it's community spread. But this is the problem, right? You get a visitor that's coming here for a week, 7 days, 6 days, whatever it is, which is typically the average stay of a visitor. They come to the islands, and let's say they're infected. They come in, they do their thing, they're asymptomatic, they don't get sick. There's early stages of the disease. They come around here, they infect someone, they infect someone at the hotel, they infect someone at the restaurant, they infect someone at the bar. They go home, we don't know them, we don't know their name, they're gone, they're back in the mainland, they get sick, they get COVID. Now, one of our poor souls here, you saw a lot of our airline employees, they get sick or they test positive. And everybody's wondering where the hell they got them from. No one really knows, right? Because the source came and left. The source came, dropped the germ, and they're no longer here. And everybody's trying to figure out where the hell they got them. Then that person unknowingly goes to the gym or goes to the bar or goes to the restaurant and further spreads it, of course, go home. It's a problem that no one wants to accept. No one in leadership positions wants to accept the fact that it's a problem. They're going to try and convince us that it's not a problem, and I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I think that when I yesterday it struck me. My partner and I was driving through Lihui, and the amount of rental cars that we saw with what appeared to be visitors was a hell of a lot more than I've seen over the last 4 months. I mean, they're everywhere. They're at the lookouts. They're everywhere. So you cannot tell me that they're not coming here. They are coming here, and they're getting through quarantine. And it's because they have figured out a way. They have figured out a way. You see, they're booking two separate reservations, one to Honolulu and then Honolulu to the island of their choice. And that's how they're getting through. So anyway, I sent that off to our Senate COVID committee, my proposed plan. I hope it at least gets a discussion. And rather than focus on all the reasons why it wouldn't work, like, oh, it's going to be hard to get a manifest from the airplane. Oh, it's going to be hard. No, listen, you guys set the law, you make the law, you get it done. That's I don't see how else you're going to get through this. What's going to happen, Charlie, when we get 1,000 visitors a day?
No,
we're at
that's
500. What when we get up to 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000? I don't care about 30,000 a day. Just 5,000, 2,000.
You see, I've always felt that now would be a really good training time to get a plan in action and start honing in on your skills. This would be the perfect time because it's manageable. But when it starts to get really big and it becomes unmanageable, the only people that can suffer is really the people of Hawaii. That's all. They're the ones, because we're going to have to live with it. We got no choice. And I'm hoping and praying that, I'm hoping and praying that we'll get something done. I heard the governor's speech today, the session today with the attorney general. But if you really listen to it, you'll know that a lot of it was more reactionary than being proactive. And that's what I would like to see. I would like to see more proactive measures, a sound plan being put forward. And like I said the other day, just execute it. If it works, it works. It doesn't, you scrap that idea, you move to plan 2. And you keep on going down the line until you get one plan that works. I mean, my security guys, I tell you, we run into problems all the time. We keep within the confines of what the client wants. But then when that whole situation doesn't work, we have to shift because we got to satisfy the client. And we do whatever is within our means, within the law, to satisfy the client. But we don't wait and say, well, oh, sorry, or half of the rooms at the resort get ripped off. We won't stand for that. We're gonna go right into action and say, okay, we recognize where the problem is. Let's start moving to it. Does this problem address multiple problems that could happen? Possibly. Okay, let's work on it. But we're not going to sit back and wait until something drastic happens where we can't control the situation. Because if that becomes a problem, then guess what? We lose the account. That means that I get guys going to hit the unemployment line. You know what I mean? So you're right. You nail 5,000, you nail 500,000, 2,000, it's going to be problematic. Almost guaranteed.
Yeah, that's the part that that I worry about. I worry about our kupuna. I worry about our kids. I worry about parents, single parents, moms and dads. I worry about everybody right now that's stressing out about someone that's sick. It's just, and it's not gonna get any easier. I know I'm getting a lot of comments about my vertigo. My vertigo was, fortunately, was just short-lived. I don't know what it was. Maybe, I don't know if it was what it was, but could be from too much coffee. You know, I drink about 6 or 7 cups or 8 cups of coffee a day. So it could be that, but anyway. Charles, what the heck, bro? Tomorrow is back to the candidate forum. Tomorrow we got District 15. Representative Tokyo, the incumbent, will go, and opponent Steve Yoder will be on tomorrow night.
Yes.
Should be fun. You know, Charlie, you made an incredible observation last night after our forum. What was your observation?
My observation, and I've got to be honest, I got to say that, I pre-thought this out, and it was almost like an experiment to see, because the planning into having the forum was done weeks in advance, correct? You put out the word, we're gonna have a forum, you let the viewership know. Based on the viewership, which is one of the lowest we've had.
It was the lowest.
Yeah, it was the lowest that we've had. And I'm not gonna say it because it was the incumbent or the candidate we had on. That had nothing to do with it, because even the comments were low. In fact, many of the comments was talking about COVID during the explanation process. So what I came to was that people are more concerned still with COVID than with an election. That's the synopsis of it all. That's what I came up with. That they are more concerned about COVID, at whatever degree, extreme to the smallest point. Because as the dialogue was going on with the two candidates, right, people were talking about COVID on the screen. There's some COVID questions coming out. And it wasn't pertaining to any of the questions we asked them, but we had a question on COVID that we didn't get to, except, about the how that it was affected by COVID, how we're going to rebuild our resources, right? Our financial infrastructure.
We had two questions. We had the question about the quarantine policy,
Yeah.
as well as the how you going to rebuild.
But it was just people talking amongst each other. So then I realized, I said, hey, people are still concerned about COVID more than an upcoming election. And that may change tomorrow. It might change. Who knows?
Well, I hope so, man. I hope you guys join us tomorrow night. It's actually pretty interesting. I learned a lot from both candidates last night. They're both in my district, so that's the election I got to vote in. Tomorrow night and Saturday night, it's people that's not in my district, but it's always good to hear points of view from your candidates running. I mean, we got to vote. I got our ballots today. Our ballots came in the mail today, so we're going to be voting. But I definitely check out the candidates before I go vote. I can honestly say I don't vote because of name. I can tell you I don't vote because of party. It does not matter to me what party you're in. I don't care if you're a Democrat, a Republican, a Libertarian, or whatever, Green Party, it doesn't matter to me. If you are a person that's going to help the community that we live in, and I believe you can do that better than your opponent, I'm voting for you. That's just the way I rock.
Brother, I saw a question and I heard it today during the governor's discussion. Ankle bracelets are put on those who have already been adjudicated and found guilty, correct? That's what the AG said. But have you ever thought about this? Have you ever thought about this?
But before that, I wanted to say that's not true, but go ahead.
Okay. Now think about this now. And help me with this thought process. And I might be a little bit too convoluted what I'm about to say. So therefore, if we get 5,000 to 6,000 travelers a day that needs to be monitored, in 5 days, that means 30,000. Do we have a system that can track 30,000 ankle bracelets right now? That's the question.
No, we don't. No, we don't. But I know I did want to address, Charlie.
You know
know-
what? I sit thinking about the guy in the room. You know the one that pressed the missile alert, the missile button.
Yeah.
He gonna be ladies in front of the screen. Oh my God, where do I go from here? I see all these people walking around. Who the hell am I following? What the hell's going on?
Well,
Guarantee you
you
say,
know,
no, Charlie, I quit. I give up. I can't afford. You think you get vertical? You think you get vertical bad? The brother will get even worse vertical looking at 30,000 bleeps on the screen. Go, what the hell? Wait. Hey, what is he going
um,
on?
first of all,
man.
so the bracelet. If you get arrested and you get put in jail and you cannot bail out, and you want to bail out, and your attorney goes to court and files a motion to get you out with a lowered bail or whatever the case is, oftentimes the judge, if you're somewhat of a flight risk or whatever, the judge will allow them to put a bracelet on your ankle. This attorney general I just don't understand, because she says things that's not true. Now, this is a secret. You cannot, and this goes directly to what you've been saying, Charlie. You can that tracker that we have here, if you leave an area, it doesn't alert nobody. You can go check if the person is at home. Let's say if you set the perimeter of the bracelet around the house and you leave, it doesn't alert nobody. So it's hogwash. You gotta.
You know what they're gonna call that? Just imagine. Every day, some poor soul gotta come to work knowing he gonna look at 30 to 40,000 ankle bracelets, and they gonna tell him, brother, it's your turn, cockroach duty today. And that's all he gonna be doing in front of the screen. Holy crap! What am I looking at? Where are these dots going?
But think about it though, realistically, right? So you go to your work, you get the screen, and you get the island of Kauai, and get all these dots like little ants running around. You know, it's gonna be like the guy at the checkpoint saying, "Brother, where you came from? Honolulu? Yeah, go." You know, after a while, it just gets old. Tomorrow we get the Delta flight come in, so it'll be interesting to see how many they track coming off of that flight. But anyway.
Oh my!
Oh, Charles, boy, I tell you, I laughed the vertigo right out of my head, boy.
I tell you, thank you. I had the best laugh tonight because I've been thinking to myself, who the hell for $14 an hour, like watch bleeps all day, 30,000 an hour, and then the boss come in. Hey, Charlie, who say violated? I don't know. It's going all over the place. I don't know. And you know, tell yourself, what they gonna use as a base reference? You get one bleep. If that bleep's supposed to belong to 1778 Alohi Street, you tell me you're gonna screen big enough to fit 30,000 address up on the screen. And brother, and I hope he don't use glasses. Just imagine, he gonna be ladies looking on the screen all day now. He gonna be ladies. Brother gonna be like, yeah, he gonna go bonkers. He gonna go bonkers. They gotta find one system.
I still think you do a tattoo right across the forehead that says,
Oh my good.
and after
Oh.
14 days, it dissolves. The ink disappears. That's the only way. Anyway, it's about 8:15, Charles. Any closing comments before we?
Yes.
And by the way, this is water. I'm drinking water, people. It's not coffee. I'm drinking water.
All I can say, I love you guys out there in TV land. Thank you for joining me. I know a little bit off work. I took what's slow today, but I just thinking to myself, it's a hard job as it is. But to follow 30, 40,000 people with ankle bracelets, I don't know. And you know what? Thank you for allowing me In fact, thank you for laughing with me because I had a really good laugh. I feel good. I know I'm gonna rest good tonight. So I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. But Becky Morris just said that you gave her an asthma attack from laughing so hard. So I hope you recover.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for tonight. Town Hall Thursday.
Yeah.
Hey, don't be ashamed, you guys. Come on, talk story, tell a joke. It doesn't matter. Rhonda Morris suggested we do like a talent show Thursday. We can do that as well. I just kind of want to break it up a little bit. Tomorrow night, District 15 State House of Representatives Forum. Again, Representative Tokioka and Steve Yoder will be on. And then on Saturday night, we have District 16, Representative D. Morikawa and Anna Modez will be her opponent.
Hey, brother.
And then Monday, Charles, who do we have Monday?
Mystery guest. Oh, no. Dr. Jerome Kim, the renowned expert on vaccines, all the way from South Korea. But Brother Lawrence Kapuniai said, his question is, do they have 30,000 bracelets? To be honest with you, I heard they're going to use 28,000 bracelets. The other 10,000, they're going to use, you know how they use a yarn. And I don't know how you're going to track yarn. Maybe they have a yarn tracker. Again, 10,000 yarn, 20,000 bracelet equals 30,000. That means you have that in by 2. So 30,000 divided by 2 is 15,000. That's how much sets of eyeballs you got to have for look at all 30,000 with a hell.
If you guys have HMSA, you get this free book. You get this magazine comes in every quarter. If you have it, if you never throw them away, that's our guest on Monday. He's on the cover, Dr. Kim, Dr. Jerome Kim, and he's with the International Vaccine Institute. Again, the great story about him in there. That's him, Iolani graduate, now residing and working in South Korea. He'll be our guest on Monday night. Gonna be awesome. Gonna be awesome.
Yep.
You okay, Charlie?
I'm okay. Love you, my brother. Thank you for letting me get my having my my meditative time. Thank you.
Till tomorrow night, guys. God bless. We love you guys. Take care. Stay safe.